Hermes watches. Answering your burning questions about Hermes watches. Are they a good investment? Which watches do I recommend? Which watches would I personally buy? And is it very special when you are offered a watch special order? Answering all of these questions in this video. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Tania and I love Hermes. I love Hermes bags and luxury lifestyle. And I make videos reviewing Hermes, giving Hermes tips so you can get your dream bags. If you like Hermes as much as I do, subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram because every Wednesday I do Q&A on my stories where I answer all of your Hermes and non-Hermes related questions. Now back to the video. I have been getting so many questions about Hermes watches lately that I have decided to make a longer video and tell you my honest opinion about Hermes watches, if you should buy them, if they're a good investment, what's the future for Hermes watches. And so many of you have been offered to special order, aka a la carte, your own Hermes watch, and you're very excited about it, and I just wanted to tell you like if it is really special or not. So let's get to the point. My general opinion on Hermes watches is, one, unfortunately, they're not a good investment. Yet, Hermes is really trying to put their watchmaking and watchmaking skills up. That's the division that they have been trying to grow for the past 3 to 5 years very seriously. Hermes is taking watch craftsmanship to the next level. They hire the best artisans. They really compete at all of the international watch competitions. They even win some awards. Now, these pieces, they have very difficult mechanisms and they are very special, and Hermes doesn't make that many of them. So when I'm saying they're competing in international watch competitions, I don't mean the simple watches that are quartz movement, you know, the little like age watches. I mean watches that start, you know, $30,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. Like those are the kind of watches that I'm talking to. I personally think that Hermes is undercharging for these watches. So if you look, for example, at the Voyager watch, which is like a traveler watch, which has different time zones, that watch usually in other brands will go 50,000 up. In Hermes, in platinum, it's still around $30,000. So I do think that if you are thinking of buying an Hermes watch and God forbids reselling it, it's not a good investment. But I think that if you buy the watch and then you hold on to the watch for a few years, like I don't know, 5 to 10 years, I do think that Hermes watches are going to make it and they are going to be recognized internationally because they are already winning those awards in the watch connoisseur community, at the watch conferences. You know, the craftsmanship is there. It's just that they're not rare enough and they have not been around for long enough and they don't resell for more. They actually, at this point of time, they resell for much less than what you pay for them. So it doesn't make a good investment now. I do think that long term, you know, those watches, again, $20,000, $30,000 up that are not quartz movement, but, you know, more men's and women's watches that are serious in the craftsmanship, I do think that they have a good potential to grow, you know, actually later on be a good investment. Hermes is also not making a lot of these watches, so they are, even right now, they're trying to make them like limited editions, so to say. I still don't think that the Hermes watches that are like below $10,000 are going to be good investments. The specifically quartz movement watches, like I wouldn't buy. However, like if you compare the price again with, let's say, Cartier, like for the same gold dial, for the same quartz movement, for the same diamonds, Cartier is double the price than the same or like a similar kind of watch to Hermes. It's not a good investment, but compared to like the other big watchmakers, I still think like Hermes watches are a bargain because you get more for your money. However, if I'm being, you know, just looking at the resale value, Hermes watches are not in good investment, especially right now. I think that the watches that are made by artisans that win the awards do have potential for being a good investment 10 years from now, not today, not this year. And I think that the quartz watches, especially gold with diamonds, it's still like you get a lot for your money when you compare to other like big brands, but it's not a good investment because they don't resell for more. I hope that clarifies and that answers some of your questions about if the Hermes watches are good investment or not. I do want to say that usually with Hermes watches, even now, you do get a lot for your money, like I mentioned, and obviously it helps you get closer to your dream bag because Hermes is really trying to push watches. If you get a very expensive watch, like if you get a $50, $60, $70,000 watch, you can get first dibs on really good bags. So this is like, if you've got that kind of money, if you love what they're doing, and if you want to spend like, you know, $50,000 on a watch, you can get pretty much whatever bag. And by whatever bag, I mean like a really good bag, like not Faubourg, unfortunately, but you might get like a Himalaya or, you know, like another really rare bag out of that pre-spend. Now, I think that for people that really like watches, that know watches, and that are buying these watches for their own personal enjoyment and not to resell and not as an investment, I think it could be a win-win situation because, again, you do get a lot for your money and it brings you closer to a very rare bag. So I do think Hermes watches can be like a big win-win situation. I guess this is, yeah, like kind of like a shortcut of how to get to a very good bag fast is by buying a very expensive watch from Hermes. And how you usually buy it, of course, they have some watches in the store that you can walk in and buy. And at the same time, usually these watches that win the awards, they need to be pre-ordered and you need to put 50% down when you're ordering these watches. And usually the delivery time will be between 5 and like 6 or 7 months. They will give you like an approximate delivery window, but yeah, it's not immediate. Like, of course, they have some watches that you can walk in and buy of that caliber, but at the same time, if you want something that you want and you know, the way how it gets to the store is you have to pay 50% down on that watch and then pay 50% whenever you pick it up. And so many of you are being offered special orders or a la carte to special design your own watch. And so many of you are excited and I'm so happy for you. I don't think it's very, very rare. I think that the watch a la carte is the easiest to get out of them all because, you know, sometimes they do like her bag a la carte, they do shoes a la carte, they do wallets a la carte, and I think that the watch a la carte is the easiest to get. It is still an honor and it's still nice, but it's obviously not the same as the bag or like even like the shoes, you know, like people can custom order like shipper sandals or run sandals, things like that. But I want to say the watches is like the least exclusive of them all. It's still good and a lot of you are super excited about it. So of course, if you're excited, I'm excited for you. If you're excited to custom create your own watch, like by all means, I'm very, very happy for you. I just wanted to address like, because lately the questions that I've been getting is like, well, how special is it? Like how special? And the reality is not too special if I'm being 100% honest. If you are passionate about Hermes and Hermes bags, subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram because you can ask me any questions you want every Wednesday on my Instagram stories. And yeah, I give a lot of Hermes tips and Hermes content on my Instagram as well. Let me know which Hermes topic I should do next. Drop in the comments all your burning Hermes questions so I can give you my opinions and my thoughts and my tips and tricks and strategies. As always, with love.